Stocks jumped 300 points at the Senate signs the debt ceiling bill. This late night episode here in Denver, Colorado, I'm going to be here live by myself and whoever catches this live or the playback. But we're going to be here. If you want to call in live, I do have a live number here. It's going to be going across the screen. It's going to be 657 390 7056 if you want to talk about what happened on the market today. So we're going to be talking about crypto versus stocks, the debt ceiling, and will the Federal Reserve finally raise interest rates? But ladies and gentlemen, our children of all ages, if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and make sure. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon. Hit that like, comment, and share button. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, you are now tuned into the Investor Show. As always, this is your gracious host, the Prince of Investing, Prince Dykes, coming to you guys and girls live all the way from this late night in Denver, Colorado. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. And as always, I don't have a lot of time, and I definitely know you guys and girls don't have a lot of time, so we are going to jump straight into it. Ladies and gentlemen, today they say that, hey, stock market jumps up 300 points. Last in September, we had the worst month in, I don't know, so many years or whatever. People were like, oh, this is a dead cat bounce. The stock market is over. Oh, my God, whatever. Leaving many to believe to run to crypto, things like that. So guess what? The Senate comes through. The Senate says, hey, we have agreed on a debt ceiling finally. But you guys and girls who don't know what a debt ceiling is, this is Congress who goes out and says, hey, they decide how much debt that we can get into as a country. And guess what happens every couple of years? We keep saying, hey, if you don't raise the debt ceiling, we're not going to be able to pay the bills. So please raise the debt ceiling. And they raise it a little bit, and they raise it a little bit, and they raise it a little bit. One big one is inflation, but another big one, we're going to talk about this anyway, which is this fake debt ceiling. That's the first thing I'm going to get into. Let me see what y'all said in the comments. Let me pull this up. The fake debt ceiling. Pete for life. What's going on, Pete for life? He's out there in Phoenix, Arizona. How you doing? Miss Nana Powers. I think Miss Nana Powers is in California, if I'm not mistaken. What y'all doing up this late at night? Good evening to everybody that's catching this late episode and podcast at the same time. But thank y'all for tuning in. So let's get to this fake debt ceiling. Why do I call it a fake debt ceiling? I just explained to you guys and girls what the debt ceiling was. The debt ceiling is something made by Congress that they push up and say, hey, we can't spend this much money. We have to stay within budget. If we don't do this, this is what causes the government shutdown that everybody gets scared of, and stock market crashes. This debt ceiling is fake, ladies and gentlemen. Guess why? Well, not guess why. That's not so. Well, anyway, guess the reason why. The reason why the debt ceiling, I believe, and I'm saying that it's fake, is the first thing is America is the number one country in the world, right? And when you say America is the number one country in the world, guess what's going to happen? We make our own rules. We print how much money we want to print. We throw money around. We borrow from China. We borrow from other countries. We pay them back when we get ready. We lower our interest rates, raise our interest rates. We print fake money, throw it into the stock market to make our stock market go up. We can print money and bail out Bank of America, bail out Ford, bail out General Motors. What economical sense does this really make, Prince? Tell you why the reason why we can do that? Because we are the biggest and the baddest on the block. America. We make the rules. We got the biggest and the baddest, strongest military. Shout out to all the military, all of my past, present, and future military members. Since we got the biggest stick, we can do whatever we want to do. Who's going to stop us? What country out there do you think is going to stop us? Remember when Gaddafi out in, I think he was in Africa. Gaddafi was in Africa, and he said, hey, you know what? I'm no longer taking those fake dollars anymore. I'm only taking gold. Guess what happened to him? He disappeared. So who is going to stop America from doing the economical craziness that it does? Print up trillions of dollars, give it to its citizens. Print up trillions of dollars, pump it into the stock market. Print up trillions of dollars, bail out corporations, print up trillions of dollars, issues debt, all these things that a lot of people are like, oh my God, these things don't make sense. The reason we can do that is because we have the strongest military. Nobody's going to stop us. Like they say, who's going to check me, boo? That sounds kind of weird saying that, but who's going to check America? Who's going to say something? Who's going to get on that plane, a helicopter, submarine, ship, and come over and say, Federal Reserve, you doing this wrong. Since you're doing this wrong, we're going to do this. Nobody. Because the worldview of America is, if your product is not in America, you have not made it yet. Look at European music. Anything European music, everybody wants to cross over to America. Everybody wants to, if you're China makes the most products, but those products means nothing if they can't get them inside of America. They don't consume like we consume. We're the only people in the world that buy new cars, new shirts, new clothes, new phones consistently. You go over to a lot of countries in China, they may have a bicycle that they may have for 5-6 years before they get a new bicycle. They don't consume and just buy junk like we do all the time. So guess what? Everybody want to play with us. We're the biggest and the baddest in the world, so we make the rules. The Federal Reserve can do what they want with interest rates. Inflation can do whatever it wants to do. We can manipulate or whatever. Nobody ain't going to check us. So this debt ceiling is fake. They're saying, hey, raise the debt ceiling so we can pay our debt. If America doesn't pay its debt, who's going to stop us? Who's going to say y'all debt is out of control? Who's going to come say something to us? What country? Name a country. Right? Nobody's going to do that. Everybody wants to be on our good side for the most part. You have some other world powers that are kind of there, but we have the biggest and the strongest military. So we make the rules. It's just imagine being on the street. The man or woman who has the most muscle makes the rules, whether it's fair or not. Because if you say something about it, you know something's going to happen to you. That's why I said the debt ceiling is fake. While we're wrestling, hey, we're going to see if we're going to raise it. I don't get scared. I'm the bull. The thing that would make me get scared of American economy and the U.S. economy is if our military became weak. If our Navy wasn't the strongest Navy, our Marines wasn't the strongest Marines, if we lost our military might, that's when I would get scared of our economy. Remember Germany? Remember Germany was the biggest world power back in World War I? Hopefully, yes, was that World War I? I think it was World War II. Yeah, World War II. They're the biggest world power. And once they lost their military might at the end of World War II, you see Europe go into these dark ages. Germany went into these dark ages where their money meant nothing. Even the same thing happened in Iraq, 10, 20 years ago. 10, 20 years ago when Saddam Hussein fell, his money went all over the place. I got some Saddam Hussein money that I collected when I went overseas, just sitting in my other room. So as long as we have the strongest military, we make the rules. Who cares? Debt ceiling is fake. What are they going to do? Not pay the military, not pay the war fighters? Then you're really going to be in trouble. That's why I said the debt ceiling is fake. The next thing I'm going to get into, I want you guys and girls to chime in on crypto versus stocks. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make this topic pretty interesting. Crypto versus stocks. Cryptocurrencies, we're seeing SHIB and Bitcoin starting to go up. When cryptocurrencies start to go up, you see everybody write about it. Everybody talks about it. Everybody tweets about it. Everybody says, hey, I'm a genius. You was an idiot. I'm going to get rich, super rich and wealthy. You're going to be an idiot or whatever. Then when cryptocurrency market goes down, everybody gets quiet. Then when crypto market go up, everybody's a genius again. So it's happening so much that people are looking at cryptocurrency saying, man, look how much money cryptocurrency is making. It's nowhere in the world I'm going to invest into traditional stocks and they're going to double within 1 year. My overall portfolio is not going to double within 1 year, but that's very feasible in the crypto world. So now we're going to talk about crypto versus stocks. This is something I like to call the girlfriend versus the wife. All right. The girlfriend versus the wife. Let me see what y'all say in the comments before I get into the girlfriend versus the wife with crypto and stocks. Lieutenant Lawson. What's going on, Lieutenant Lawson? Hi, Miss Lena at a rooftop inn. I'm kind of missing that one, Lieutenant Lawson. I know you're referring something, but I'm I'm not smart to catch that. I can't say that says Raffles Castro. He said, hello, thank you for the information. Thank you for tuning in. There, Miss Benjamin. She's over there on Facebook. She said, good evening, brother from North Carolina. Nice to see you, Miss Benjamin. Up late at night, rocking with the Investor Show. She said, nobody's going to check America, but somebody needs to. I agree with that one. I got to give her that sound effect for that one. That's a gem. Once, you know. She said, who assigned a debt ceiling in the first place? I can't remember who started it, but it was Congress' job was to set the budget, right? And the financial side of the house is saying, Congress, y'all are setting a budget that y'all not giving us the finances to fund. So the Secretary of Treasury, Janet Yellen, is saying, hey, let's just get rid of the debt ceiling anyway. So I can't remember. I got to do my history on the debt ceiling and see who established it. So it's just like a budget. It's saying that, hey, you bring this much money in, we're not going to carry this much debt. All right. Oh, she's laughing at something there. Nana Power says, I know nothing about crypto. Okay, we're going to get into this conversation. Let's have a good conversation. And I've said this before. Pretty much, you're right. She's saying basically throw out the budget. That's pretty much what she's saying, you know, almost. Like, hey, let's stop this because every 2 years we got to go back and forth and shut down the government and it becomes all political. So people don't want to do it. So let's get into it. Crypto versus stocks. People say, Prince, I don't know nothing about crypto. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know me. Do I own crypto? Yes. I have some Bitcoin. I have some Sheep, some Dogecoin, and Stellar. You ask me, you say, Prince, you as a financial guy, you always talk about the fundamentals, the value of companies, the intrinsic value of companies. Why would you go out and buy cryptocurrencies and you really don't understand them that much? Because I understand as I watch the world of cryptocurrencies that it's not about value. You can't go in there and look at PE ratios, balance sheets, reporting sheets, or whatever, and apply it to cryptocurrencies, the traditional way of investing. You can take fundamentals of finances and apply it to real estate. You can apply it to stocks. You can apply it to business. But crypto is a different animal. What I learned about crypto is psychological investing. Take Sheep, for example. Sheep came across my desk. I looked at it and said, what the heck is this? But I said, you know what? People are looking for a way out. This is the new lottery ticket. Psychologically, people are looking at this thing that costs 0.000000, way off from a penny, not even a penny, and there go buy $10, $15. Do a case study. Go into work tomorrow if you work, or tell your neighbor tomorrow if you don't work or whatever, or call your friend and tell them, man, I brought $100 worth of Sheep and I got 1 million shares and I made 100% return in 3 days. And they're saying it's going to go to a penny. If it goes to a penny, I'm going to be a millionaire off of $10. Guarantee you, it's about a 80% chance the person on the other end of that phone is going to be like, $10? I got $10. I don't want you to get rich by yourself. I'll throw it in there. Let's see what happens. That's psychological investing. That's what I'm calling it. It might be another term for it, but that's what I'm calling it. So I learned, I sat back, and these meme stocks is people that sit at home and they see something on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, and they see somebody talk about it. Look at Dogecoin. Dogecoin came out of nowhere. A couple of people tweeted about it. Now look at it. It went into the 64 cent. You know, look at Sheep. What is it? I don't know what that thing is. I said, you know what? Looking at it psychologically, people are sitting at home. This is the new age lottery. They're like lottery tickets, right? Because when I look at the crypto market itself, every crypto investor wants crypto pretty much to replace the dollar, be transferred across the globe, the world, and everything else, which is cool. Go mainstream, what I like to call it. As you go mainstream with anything, you're going to become regulated. The one thing that makes Bitcoin special is that it's decentralized and it's unregulated. How can you go mainstream without regulating? I was talking to one of my friends today. I said, it's like selling moonshine out the back of your house versus going to go get a liquor store. You sell cups of moonshine at the back of your house, nobody knows, nobody cares. But if you decide to go get a liquor store and put it on right next to Walmart, you're going to need license. You're going to need a business license. You're going to need a liquor license. You might need a food license, whatever. You're going to be regulated. So as Bitcoin, people want to put it into their retirement accounts, 401ks, this, that, or whatever. When you file for that, somebody's going to look inside of it. And that's what I'm kind of concerned with the crypto market in general as it matures and becomes mainstream. But I do think something is there. I do like Ethereum, and I do like blockchain technology. Now let's go back to stocks versus crypto. I see some people say, hey, Prince, I'm on the crypto market is great, whatever. It's true. My thing with crypto, the reason why I won't throw the kitchen sink at crypto, put everything into it, is crypto is nice, young, and flashy. Versus stocks is that old, tried, faithful, you know what you're going to get for the most part. It's tried and true. It's the girlfriend versus the wife. The stock market is like the wife that's been around for 20 years. You know her like the back of your hand. You know what she does. You know what she's going to do. You know how high she's going to go, how low she's going to go. She gets on your nerves. She gets volatile. But you know what you got. Crypto is this new little thing. It's young and it's flashy and it makes money real fast and everybody gets excited about it. But any man or woman, depending on what relationship you're in, it could be a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you're into, they're going to say, hey, I want to be with the tried and true, or do I want to go with young and flashy? Crypto is young and flashy. I don't know how would it react in the next stock market crash. How would it react if it becomes regulated? How would it react if we got a digital dollar, which we're going to get? How would it react if the U.S. government came after cryptocurrencies? The government is not going to come after cryptocurrencies and say you're shut down. They're just not going to accept it. You know what I mean? That's how people shut you down. They don't come shut your company down. Like, think about it. When somebody wants to shut an independent entrepreneur down, they're not going to say, hey, we're going to come shut your business down, take your license. Most of them just say, hey, we won't do business with you, and you're die off. Like the hip hop artist, the Baby, who became popular, especially I watched Dave Chappelle Netflix last night. If you haven't, I definitely recommend you go check it out. But when he said offensive comments, they didn't go and say, hey, we're going to tear up his music or anything. They just said, hey, we're just not going to do business with you. We'll take you off of streaming platforms and then you'll just probably die off. That's the way I look at it. Crypto versus stocks. Now, the next topic we're going to get into, ladies and gentlemen, I ran into somebody and said, Prince, I'm pulling all of my money out the stock market come the summertime because that's when the Federal Reserve is going to raise interest rates and stock market is going to react and crash. I don't want to lose my money. Leading me to my next topic. When will the Federal Reserve raise interest rates? Let me see what y'all say in the comments before I get on to the Federal Reserve interest rates. She said trends apply to crypto. Yes. One day right now, SHIB is the hot topic. Doge is quiet. Next week, we won't even be talking about SHIB. It'll be on to Doge. Everybody be running to Doge. It just, one day is this one. Then they kind of all react. Who knows? P for Life says it's called speculation. Everyone is speculating that crypto will go up, aka gambling. It is. But it's okay to gamble if that's what you are doing. I was at a casino. I was in Black Hawk. Black Hawk is a casino out here in Denver, right? Casino area. It's like 4 casinos out west of Denver. Like 30 minutes west of Denver. I go out there. I'm putting money on the crap table. I'm thinking, when the last time I was on a crap table? Oh, man. I didn't gamble in Black Hawk. I said I was, but I didn't. I gambled in Detroit. That's where I was at. I was in Detroit a couple months ago. And I went to the MGM and gambled. Nothing wrong with that because I'm not a serious gambler. It's just like kind of having fun. You just kind of go there. Never been to the casino there. You gamble a little money, get on the crap table, whatever. But it's cool if if that's what what you're doing. Some people look at gambling and think they're investing. How many people got their uncle, auntie, cousin, friend that goes in and plays a crap ton of lottery tickets. Like you go to their house, they got this cash 3 written down and cash 4 written down and this number hitting this number and I'm playing the box on this and this and this. They got it broken down to a science because in their mind they're like, hey, if I put $100 a week into this, I'm going to figure this thing out. And they consider investing, but it's really gambling. Gambling is okay if you can differentiate between the two, but a lot of people cannot differentiate between the two. When I brought sheep, Dogecoin, all those things, they ran up. I said, oh, okay, cool. They can disappear tomorrow, whatever. I know I do not completely understand what's going on with it. And that's fine, but because I know where I stand. I can't say your name here. Rafael Castro says, do you think the wife is upset and is going to continue to crash? So you're talking about stocks versus crypto. Well, I said the crypto is the hot, young, flashy girl versus stocks is the old, tried and true. You know what you get. You know what you're going to get, right? And stocks would eventually crash, but stocks are designed to go up. The Federal Reserve is printing money and pumping it into the stock market. They lowered interest rates. We got the biggest guns. That's why our stock market continues to do what it does. So it's tried and true. You're not going to make 50% by having a portfolio. I won't say you're not going to, but majority, you're probably not going to, but you probably make a good 7, maybe 10%, maybe 8% on your entire portfolio throughout a year. You're not going to get that 50, double, 100 within 2 days, right? So we know what you're going to do. You're right, Benjamin. Miss Benjamin, she's from North Carolina. She says they're going to blackball it. Give me 1 second. Blackball cryptocurrencies. Yes, they can easily do that. They could say, hey, this is, you can't file this on your taxes. You know how people do things when they're trying to find ways around you to a way of talking to you without talking to you, right? They say, hey, guys, it's like they said you live in a neighborhood. Your neighborhood has an HOA. And they see you do something crazy at the pool. You go cannonball diving in the pool, just hypothetically speaking. They don't come at you and knock on your door and say, hey, stop that cannonball. About a month later, you'll see a newsletter come out. Ladies and gentlemen, no diving into the pool because it's dangerous for kids in the water and da-da-da-da. They speak around you, right? Or they take away the diving boards. Things like that. People do things to work around things without going to you. So blackballing, saying, hey, Visa doesn't take you. Visa only takes the digital dollar. Same thing we saw what China started to do. Y'all remember that a couple days ago? Let's go here. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Now, Power. She said, I love day specials. I don't agree with the outrage. It was educational, funny, everything in one. Yes, I love the special. I mean, when I saw it, I knew it was going to be controversial. I knew people was going to be upset some type of way. He knew it as well. But I thought it was brilliantly delivered, right? So the concept that he said on there was, hey, one oppressed group can oppress another group, right? That's pretty much the concept. He was pretty much opening up everybody's eyes through comedy, saying that, hey, just because you are oppressed, you could be oppressing somebody else, whether you know it or not, with the cancel culture and things like that or whatever. So, like he opened up the joke. He set it up with saying, hey, can you be gay and racist? Right? So I agree with you, Nine Powers. I definitely love that. It's an intellectual education. That's just the way Dave is. That's the way his comedy always is. Pete for Life says, I own Coinbase, though. I don't own the actual stocks. I don't know. I don't have any Coinbase stocks. Wasn't crazy on it, but I do have Coinbase, and that's why I got my Bitcoin and Stellar at or whatever. So nothing that I was crazy about. I do have Riot, SI. When it comes down to cryptocurrency, y'all look up SI. P for Life. Go look up SI. Silvergate. Look up SI stock and look up Coinbase stock and tell me the difference. Who has performed the best? Let's look it up right now. Let's look it up together. Let me share my screen. Let's look up Coinbase and SI stock, because I always talked about this company here on the show. When I discovered it, I've done so many shows about it. So let's see how Coinbase has performed so far this year. Let's look at it real quick. All right. Okay. So on my screen here that y'all are looking at, I just went to Google and said Coinbase year to date. So far this year to date, Coinbase has gone down 23% from its IPO at $328 in April. It's peaked at $342, and now it has crashed all the way down to $251, leaving it down 23% year to date. I don't know if that's all the way right, but hey, that's what it's telling me there. Now let's look at SI stock. SI stock. Something I brought up on the show plenty of times. It went down 6% today. Let's look at the year to date on it. Oh, look at SI stock. It went from $66 all the way to $151, 126% return so far this year. Talk about that right there, you know.
You're going to learn today. You're going to learn today.
So that's why I like SI a little bit better. Silvergate. There you go. P for life. You got it. He said Silvergate. Yeah. He said he got a phone call. He'll catch the replay. No problem. Catch the replay. Catch the replay. Definitely thank you for checking in, P for life. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. When will the Federal Reserve raise interest rates? Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a historic low interest rate society. Interest rates has been getting slashed for the last 10 years or whatever. They started kind of pump them up with Janet Yellen, but we've been slashing interest rates to an all-time low when the pandemic hit. So it's leaving many to believe when will interest rates come back up. Now, if you follow the Federal Reserve report, you will see in the Federal Reserve report, they speak about the overall economy. They have indicators that they're looking at. They're looking at GDP. They're looking at the stock market. They're looking at unemployment. They're looking at wages. They're looking at all types of indicators they're looking at to decide if they should raise interest rates. They don't want to raise interest rates and crash the stock market or whatever, right? So one thing they started doing was tapering. They started tapering, meaning pulling money out of the stock market. I mean, not pulling money out, but they stopped putting as much money in. So they're tapering that off. And then they're looking to slowly start to raise interest rates. When will this happen? Because many people believe that this will stall out or crash the stock market. I don't believe that. I think it'll cool it off. I think it'll bring some buying opportunities, and I think the stock market is going to continue in a bull market. Now, when I look at it, stock market is doing well. You got the stock market is doing well. You had a GDP that's doing well. You have, I'm kind of thinking about manufacturing numbers that are doing well. The leading and lagging indicator numbers are doing pretty well. The only indicator that the Federal Reserve has indicated that is not at the number of their likings is, where's my drum roll at? Where's my drum roll? I should already have my drum roll drummed up, but I didn't. Is the last thing they're waiting on is unemployment numbers. Unemployment numbers. So unemployment is at, I think, about 5% the last time I saw. They are trying to get unemployment down to 3%. When unemployment starts to drop, that's when I think they will start to talk about raising interest rates. The only thing that I can see that will make them raise interest rates faster than the unemployment is inflation. We have inflation sitting up about 5%. The last report, CPI report that I saw, which is the consumer price index. The last report that I saw, that is inflation is so high, but why haven't they raised interest rates? They haven't raised the interest rates. My belief is because unemployment is still too soft, still too high. Once those unemployment numbers start to drop, the stock market is doing well, the GDP is doing well, the manufacturing is doing well. We do have some supply bottlenecks that they'll like to see get sped up. That's what's causing pushing this inflation as well, besides pumping trillions of dollars into the economy. But once they clear those things up, I think we're going to see a great thing. So, with that being said, when will they raise interest rates? The Feds will raise interest rates when unemployment gets about to 3%, is my belief. Because they said they wanted inflation to be at 2%. We're at 5%. They said they wanted the stock market to reflect. We're there. Stock market's doing good. Real estate market was the market I was forgetting about. Real estate is hot. Stock market is hot. Cryptocurrencies are hot, even though that doesn't count. But cryptocurrencies are hot in the Federal Reserve eyes. You got real estate doing well. You got the stock market doing well. You got GDP doing well. Manufacturing, they got some bottlenecks that they're trying to clear up, but overall they're doing pretty good. The only number that is lagging really is unemployment is a little too high. And I think once we start to see, keep an eye on unemployment, as you see unemployment start to drop, that's when you're going to see the interest rates start to turn on. So that's my little gem. That's my personal thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is not financial advice. This is financial literacy with a little education to it and maybe a little humor. You know, I'm not the funniest guy. I'm not Dave Chappelle. I'm not a comedian. Wish I was. I wish I was a little bit more funny, but I'm not. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I do everything you see me do. Please go and do your own research. Please do your own research. Please research everything that you see here before you make an investment. I do not want anybody to go buy sheep and then say, hey, it was this goofy looking guy on YouTube. I heard him on his podcast. I saw him on Facebook, Instagram. He said sheep and I brought it and sheep disappeared and I want my money back and I want to sue that guy because I don't like him. Now I ain't got no time for all that. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Please do your own research. I'm just telling you my own personal situation, right? So anyway, that's going to conclude today's episode and today's topic. We spoke about the interest rates, when the interest is going to be risen. We also spoke about the cryptocurrency versus the stock, aka the girlfriend versus the wife. And we talked about that fake debt ceiling that everybody keeps talking about every 1 or 2 years about we need to raise this or shut down the government. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a late night here in Denver, Colorado. I hope you guys and girls got something out of this. If you did, hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button and drop me a comment and say hello. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. And all those great things like that. Miss Nana Powers says, thanks, Prince. Great show as always. Miss Nana Powers, I definitely enjoyed you. Thank you for being here as well. And I can't even say your name. Castro says, thank you. Thank you too, ladies and gentlemen. Hope y'all got something out of that. I'll be back another time. I got interviews coming, all type of great stuff. Y'all stay tuned. Support the book series. Wesley Learns to Invest. Wesley learns about credit and Wesley learns about insurance. The world's first financial literacy book series on investing, credit, and insurance. All right. LT Lawson says, great job, Chief. Appreciate it, man. Thanks. And Joe J says, Prince, thank you for the great content as always. Thank you, guys and girls. Hopefully you have some good investing. I wish you the best. And to the next video, podcast, cartoon, or whatever is crazy y'all see me do around the globe. Y'all know my name is Prince Dykes. I'm the Prince of Investing. Peace. Be safe. I'm out. And thank you.